going on? Decided not to work out after my training sessions. I'm gonna go ahead and work out after work. But before I start, shouts out to Aptitude Apparel, always keeping me stocked up. My discount code is always in the bio below, 10% off, save you some money. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and make up breakfast. Highly requested that I go a little more detailed into my cooking, even though I don't think my cooking is spectacular. But I'm gonna go into more detail, and then I'm gonna make separate cooking videos and have like a little playlist just so it's easier. But at the beginning of each video or in the bio below, I'll have like time slots that you can, you know, redirect yourself into the video if you just want to see the cooking. So that'll make things a little easier. So I'm gonna go ahead right now. I'm gonna make a little egg white biscuit, and I'm gonna eat a low carb waffle and maybe some protein oats, because that sounds like a huge breakfast, but it sounds awesome. So I'm gonna take you along, and I hope you enjoy all these goodies. Okay, personally, for me, just preference and more convenient, I cook my egg whites depending on what I'm craving, but usually I cook my egg whites here. I cook them in my waffle maker. To me, it's just a little more convenient than, you know, bring out a pan, than having more dishes. Simply this, it cooks way faster than when it's on a pan. Comes out easier, and it fits in my muffins better. So, cause like they're in four, you know, they're split into fours, so I can stack like pieces of fours into the muffin. So that's a little tip or hack, whatever, of the way I cook. And yeah, that's one thing. And I'll show you my biscuit when it's done. I'm gonna cut it up in half and then throw it in the toaster. Another thing I'm gonna add to my little biscuit is these little jalapeno slices of cheese. It's not the best cheese out there. This was when I was on a budget, and this was from Dollar Tree. Pretty sad, but you know, it makes do. Just 2 grams of fat. And lately I've been having trouble hitting my fats, and they're fairly high, or they're fairly low, but I still have trouble. I've just been eating more almonds, but I gotta go check on my food. Alright, this is how the egg whites come out. So they're split into fours. So you just cut them up individually. That's how I do it, like that. And then it turns into stack, and then I can stack it into 4 and put it on my muffin. But right now I'm gonna lay the layer of cheese on one, so you know the cheese can start melting. Major key is the I can't believe it's not butter spray. If you love a buttery taste, you can't fit in the macros of regular butter. This is awesome. I'm gonna spray this on my biscuit there, on each side, and then there's that cheese as it's slowly melting. You know, drop like, you know, this here, and see how it makes it so much easier than, you know, having egg whites cooked in a pan. And then boom, and there it is, just like a little egg white cheese biscuit. Doesn't look super appealing, but it's mainly because of the cheese, because it's cheap. But and then I have more egg whites cooking. I'm gonna eat on the side with some ketchup. So that's that, and I'll show you the low carb waffle. That is highly requested. Like, I don't have carbs and pancake mixes, super high in carbs, stuff like that. So stay tuned. It's high protein, very low carb. It's gonna taste amazing. Catch you in the next clip. Alright, now on to the highly requested low carb waffle. It's been big in the fitness community. It's 1 carb waffle. Honestly, it all depends on what you put in it. My waffle today will have 5 carb, simply because of the protein that I'm using. It all depends on that as well. But here are the key ingredients here. Alright, so I will be using this sample protein I got from the expo from USN. It is a salted caramel flavor. I think will go great with this protein low carb waffle. So I'm using that, and the macros for that are, as you can see, 1.5 gram fat, 5 carb, and 25 protein. So it's pretty decent. Most proteins don't have that much carbs, but some just do. And then I'm gonna be using one serving of egg whites. I've seen a lot of people use whole eggs. It's just I don't buy whole eggs anymore. It might make a difference, but I'm gonna use egg whites, maybe like 1.5 serving, and then I'm gonna use a teaspoon of baking powder. This really brings out the fluffiness in it and makes it taste more like a waffle. And then this is optional, but for me, I like my stuff sweet. It's already gonna have the salted caramel, but this will add some more sweetness. Some Splenda packets and my measuring cups. And it calls for a little bit of water, just a tad bit of water, just to be able to spread it out more, because it's gonna be kind of thick, and I don't like my waffles like super thick. I prefer like multiple thin ones, so I'm gonna be making one here. So stay tuned and enjoy the rest of the cooking. As you can see, it's super chunky right now, and like I said, it's a good mix. It's a good batter right now, but I don't like my waffles like super thick. This will probably make one super thick one. So honestly, it's actually not that bad. I think this will do without water. Yeah, I think this will do. So we're gonna go over here to my waffle maker, make sure it's sprayed down with some Pam spray. I use this is a Pam spray. I use coconut oil. So let's see. It is almost ready on green. I highly recommend you get a waffle maker. It's a very good investment. I use it every single day. I use all my appliances every single day. I make the most before I decide on purchasing an appliance. I make sure I use it every day, or I'm going to use it. Waffle maker, $15 tops. But yeah, it's green now, so we're gonna spray. We're gonna spray it, and we're gonna pour it and get it going. All right, let's see what we got. I'm gonna make two that are kind of like that size. Alright, here's the finished product of the first one. This one came out as a full size, and it's very fluffy, just like a normal waffle, not dry. The other one, the second one, is going to be a little smaller, simply because, you know, the serving size that we use is just, you know, just wasn't enough to make two full size. You can adjust it, you can add more protein powder. The more protein powder, obviously, the more, you know, stuff that you need to adjust to it. But, go ahead and add like any toppings you want. For me, I'm just gonna add some light maple syrup. I had some Walden Farms, but sadly I ran out. Walden Farms is an amazing brand, calorie-free syrup. They have pancake syrup, they have maple syrup, they have chocolate syrup, and endless. But it's kind of tough to find. But this would do. Has a little bit more carbs. Excuse me, and it has calories, but it would do. Just in moderation. And I might add some chocolate chips, but I'm not sure how chocolate chips will taste with salted caramel, so we'll see. But I'll show you the finished product with both waffles. So I lied. I'm gonna go ahead and add some chocolate chips. I'm gonna use my semi-sweet, the ones that I always use. I'm gonna add a half a serving of chocolate chips. I'm thinking about mixing some peanut butter and adding on there, but I think we should be good with the chocolate chips. But a half a serving, 7 grams. I use chocolate chips a lot, so it's nothing new to me. Alright, there's the finished product with the chocolate chips. Personally, I like to throw my stuff in the microwave for like 5 to 10 seconds tops to melt the chocolate chips and to heat up the syrup just a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. But that is gonna do it for this highly requested protein waffle low carb. Macros are, go over the macros real quick. 1.5 gram of fat, 5 carb, and 32 protein in these waffles. Amazing macros. So if you have any questions or suggestions or what you want to see, comment in the video below, and then I'll accept your request and I'll do that in the next video. So thanks for showing all the love. I'll catch you in the next cooking one. Carson, say subscribe.
Subscribe.